Hello guys, welcome back to another Let's Build Wintershold. Today we are going to be working on a windmill and this very lovely little well. I'm not going to fill it, it's only there for decorative purposes. You can't fall in it like for other well. So you see me just dig a 3x3 hole. I'm not sure how many blocks this is, but it's quite a few. Now I am just binding a brush tool just to dig out a little bit of area, make it easier for me. You now see me just digging out the area. Can't really see a lot, but I will fly you down into this little well area. Just removing some more of these sides. I can't believe how deep the soil is here. It's very, very deep. You see me just making sure everything's okay. Still having a fly around inside. And oh, there we go, cameraman's moved. So it's very messy, but only wanted the idea of it there. It's not, don't have to be perfect. I am now getting some cobblestone and some mossy stone bricks, and I'm just making a randomated pattern. Nothing too special. This is where I'm getting the actual mossy stone bricks. Now you see me adding them into this. The top ring will be just pure cobblestone. As you can see. Now on the outside, I was toying with some ideas with just having pure wood, but instead I made this little, I can't really say circular because it's not circle, but I'm using these cobblestone step-like blocks. Some oak logs on top, and I was looking for the wooden like stairs, toying with the idea how I would like them, and it's only a little shallow wooden roof. You know, it's cheap and resourceful. Just spinning around. You see me putting some of those capital blocks. That's for what's going to hold the chain up. I do change them to directional capital blocks. And there's my door. Oh, it's not even chain, it's rope. So sorry about that. I put some wooden trapdoors on top, and I used a barrel, you know, just to make it a little bit different. I've missed a block there, so I've placed it down. Just having to think what else I should do, if that's okay, but I go straight. Oh, I added a wheel. This is where I'm going to be building the frame for the windmill. It's not the best windmill in the world, so I might come back to it. It's mostly a placeholder. I started off with cobblestone blocks. I do randomate these with a little bit of I can't remember the material. but it's a weird combination of blocks. Let's just say that. Making a doorway, and we're moving here. This is so because this windmill will have a warehouse barn, filling the inside floor with my cobblestone mix. When I find it, there you go. Now using oak log corner pieces, I've put them in the corners, just add some texture. Then using the four-sided oak log textured blocks, I go on top, and a combination of both types of birch slabs. I do modify this, I do drop the level down a little. You see me putting in the corners the oak log corners. Just randomating the birchwood and flying myself around. Just to add a little bit of a different type of texture. You see me just modifying the height now. It seems a lot more shallow now, but oh well. Now see me adding a bit more texture to the actual foundation. I didn't want it to look too flat, so a little bit of randomization does help. You see me just spinning you around again. So, yeah, you don't want your builds to be too straight, and the problem that this windmill has, it's too straight. The foundation isn't, but the actual tower itself of the windmill is straight, and I don't really like it, to be honest, so I will most likely change it in a future video. Just copy and paste in the bottom section up another block. Put these trapdoors around it to add some more 3D texture, knocking some windows in, but these aren't going to be glass. These are going to be I think I used oak log fences. See me move you back again. This is because I'm starting on the actual barn / warehouse of the windmill. You see me just deciding how I want to do the walls, how big I want it. Just getting some couple IDs, just in case I wanted them. And you see me just placing this oak beam. This is what's going to be what's holding the roof up. And you see me deciding how I'm going to do it. The roof isn't the best in design. I wanted it a bit more steep and pointed, but it gets the job done. And I most likely will get back to this and rebuild it. Now, you see me just toying with the idea with some, I think this is thatch, light thatch roofs. I do come back with some birch wood planks. And what I wanted to do here is, instead of it having it flat, I wanted to have it like a dormer in the middle. I think it's called a dormer, but where it has another peak in the middle for the entrance. And I do this on both sides. I think I do anyway. You see, I done it odd ways, which I wasn't very happy, so I remodify that. And I noticed that, hang on, one side is off balance and it's the actual side for that's connected to the windmill. So replacing a block there. Wanting, you want it to look nice. And remodifying it afterwards. Another support brace log there. A beam, sorry. Removing the extra pieces that I don't need. Now adding some random log supports. Now, you see me working on the back. I didn't want it to be symmetrical, the actual walls. So I changed some of the oak log beams ever so slightly to be different lengths, sizes. You see some of them are 2, some of them are 1 block. Having a look round. I do a simple. No, I do change it. I did the same type of design as we did on the front. Like so. Fly you up so you got a better angle to see what I'm doing. Modifying this corner. And now I for the tops to go over the roof itself, I decided to use a trapdoor, birch trapdoor, and the thatch half slabs. Just add a bit more detail. Less flat as well, so this build is very, very flat. Yeah, it's not the best thing in the world, but hey ho. Now, just deciding how I wanted to place this windmill. First, I placed the actual roof beams and decided how to build this actual roof. Working around slowly, and here I was looking at the bottom. I thought it was a little bit too straight, so I replaced the bottom layer with slabs. Thought it was it didn't look right. Then I decided to almost buckle it on both sides. You see me do that in a little while. And obviously put in the same type of design on the front. Go around to this side. You see me doing that little design that I decided to do. As I said, it's only to make it look a little less flat. And just playing around with some thatch. I think the thatch, what do you call it? I don't know what they're called. But you see me adapting that same style into the actual barn roof itself. Now, you see me adding some more supports. And even digging it into 1 block into the ground. Now, if I remember correctly, I am placing down a muddy cobblestone floor. And I do it 1 block outside of the building. And I was going to layer it in. but I do decide to change that and remove it. It didn't look right, and it was easier to just leave it as a wall. And here it is. I've decided to change it back to a wall. Randomating the blocks inside the wall once again. Adding some more thick mud onto the front, except where the door frame is going to be. Using the cobblestone wall and anvils. You see me just making it a little bit less centered, and oak logs as well. Fences. See me just adding some thatch on the inside to smooth it out a bit. It's a small barn, but I do fill it up in another episode with the usual stuff that you have inside of a barn. You see me adding some roof beams. This is just to hold the roof up a bit more. Make it more realistic. And I do place them in the wrong blocks here. So you see me change it and place them. And yeah, just making sure it's added together. Now for the windmill blades. I had the idea of making a circular hole in the front of here, but out of birch. But I do change it to oak logs. Using I think this is dark oak planks. I do change it to dark oak log for the actual windmill rotating shaft. Oh, that was very posh indeed. Top. But you see me using actual dark oak stairs to make the blades. But I do something a little bit different. I wanted to add some fences, and I swiveled them around, to add some more detail. But I thought, hang on, they're not properly connected in most portions. So I decided to add some white wool to make a sail. You will see me do that now. And I thought, again, wouldn't it be better if it was more like a propeller shape? So I modified my shape once again, added some more detail. And you see right on the bottom, there's where the blocks don't connect. Same on the top right. I do come back and put some dark oak trapdoors, as you see I just did. I finished the other side, the last corner off the blade, and I added some buttons just onto the oak log faces around the build. Now, you see the build has been completed. Not the best build that I've done, but I did like it. So thank you for watching, and I can't wait to do it again. Bye guys.